This is the Mito Red MitoClear Red Light Therapy Mask. So it kind of looks orange, doesn't it? More on that soon. I tested it using my 100-point scientifically backed scoring system, and it came out with a score of 63 out of 100. It's okay, but far from great. Now, it uses 660 nanometer red light, which is great for skin. It also uses 590 nanometer amber light, which gives it that orange appearance, which is also great for skin. It doesn't, however, have near infrared light, which is a big bummer. The power output or fluence is on the higher side, but still, it's going to give you great results, and you can always take it off before the time is up. As for fitting and comfort, it is quite comfortable to wear. However, the coverage isn't great. To be honest, I think this mask is better suited for those with smaller facial features. You don't get a lot of coverage around the jaw, the chin, or top and side of the head. Price-wise, you can get it for $330 if you order through the link down below. Comes with 1-year warranty, but what's really good is there's a 60-day return policy with a full refund. So if you want to test the waters with red light therapy and you're a bit apprehensive if it's going to work, 60 days is more than enough time to see if you notice changes with the skin. So overall, it's a decent red light therapy mask. It will help, but I think there are better options out there. I'm affiliated with some of the companies mentioned in this video, and I will earn a commission if you buy through my links or discount codes. Products were provided to me free of charge, and all opinions are my own. This is not medical advice. This is the MitoClear red light therapy mask from Mito Red Light. Now, Mito Red Light have been in the red light therapy space for a very long time. In fact, they make some of the world's best red light therapy panels and red light therapy products, though this is their first red light therapy mask. So I'm going to test it using my scientifically backed 100-point scoring system to see if this mask continues Mito Red Light's high product standards. Oh, and be sure to hang around until the end of the video. I'll also compare this to some other masks on the market. Okay, so what I do is break the testing down into 4 categories. Each category is worth 25 points. So kicking things off with fit, I wore this for a couple of sessions, and I have to say it is rather comfortable. There was no sweating, no real major pain or pressure points. The mask stayed in place. It was easy to take on and take off. You could breathe fine through it. You could even talk fine, though it was catching my lower lip, which made it feel a little bit weird. More on this later. The only minor criticisms were that you don't get close skin contact on the forehead or around the jaw, and the strap system it's pretty basic strap system. I have seen similar masks to this MitoClear mask that use multiple points and a top 2-point strap system that would be better than Mito Red's light single strap around the back. So I'm giving the MitoClear a score of 13.5 out of 15 for fit and comfort. Now, if you want to see a full deep dive breakdown of this round and all the other rounds, check out the link down below to our blog article. There you can check out all the details and scoring metrics. As for operation, I gave it a score of 6.5 out of 10. You see, it's quite an easy mask to operate. There's simply one controller. You can select between anti-aging, which is the red and amber lights, or anti-acne, which is the blue lights, and you simply hold the button down to turn it on. Blue runs for 5 minutes, the red runs for 10 minutes. The mask is good for traveling. It folds up easily. There's not much to it. You can easily squish it into a backpack or a laptop satchel. It also comes with a nice manual, which is great for first timers. And for those of you worried about the blue light, you can run the red and amber separate to the blue. There are a few things I didn't like though. It's not a cordless design. The controller and battery pack is connected to a cord, which of course you can put in your pocket, but it is a little bit annoying having that cord hanging around. Also, there's only one single timer option. Still though, after round 1, the MitoClear scores 20 out of 25 points. It's a promising start. Remember, if the mask is hard to use or uncomfortable to use, probably not going to use it, even if it's got all the best wavelengths and power in there. Hey, really quick, if you're looking at buying a red light therapy mask, drop your email into the link down below, and I'll send you a cheat sheet guide. I've reviewed a lot of masks, and I do have a big comparison showdown video coming out as well. Talking about wavelengths and power, on screen, you can see the wavelengths that were detected from my spectrometer. In the anti-aging mode, there is a 660 red and a 590 nanometer amber light. Most of the power is going to the 660 red. In the anti-acne mode, you were seeing a peak of 413 nanometer blue light. However, you'll notice that when this mode is running, you actually get a few red LEDs that are meant to target under the eyes. This is good as you don't really see eczema or acne in this area, which is why they've left out the blue and included the red instead. Now, the good things about this is the red light is great for skin health, surface level skin health. collagen production, skin texture, tone, all those good things. And having the amber in there is also nice. It gives it some anti-inflammatory properties, and there has been some research showing that the amber wavelength can help with skin health as well. The blue, of course, is for the acne and eczema. But what is disappointing is we don't see any near-infrared light. Near-infrared light penetrates deeper into the skin tissue, and yes, it helps with collagen and firmness and elasticity, but it also helps with circulation. It is well established in the literature that it's very beneficial for skin and appearance, so I'm sort of surprised that they didn't include near infrared here. Therefore, I give the MitoClear a score of 4.5 out of 10 for wavelengths. In terms of radiance, the average radiance that I tested was about 32 milliwatts over centimeter squared, making this a decent powered LED mask. The preset timer for anti-aging runs for 10 minutes. This means we get a fluence figure of 19.5 joules over centimeter squared. Now you can see this bar chart on screen. This shows what I believe to be, based on the literature, the optimal zone for dosing. 5 to 9 is the sweet spot. A little bit outside of this range, and in particular more above it, is going to show benefits as well, though it gets to a point where too much is going to lead to no results and potentially a rash or irritation. So 19 is still in the safe and therapeutic window, and therefore I'm giving the MitoClear a score of 9 out of 15 for the power dosing. That means for round 2, it's getting a score of 13.5 out of 25. The big letdown here was the missing near-infrared LEDs. Okay, now let's talk coverage. Here we want to look at the amount of LEDs in the mask. The more the better, because we do want full coverage spread evenly across the face. And then we're also going to look at where this light is targeting different areas of the face. So the MitoClear has 66 triple chip LEDs, meaning you're getting 198 LED chips. However, only 2/3 of them are putting out therapeutic red and amber light, the rest being blue LEDs. This is on the lower side compared to some masks, therefore only scores 4 out of 10 points. What about zone coverage? Now, one thing I noticed is this mask is kind of small. It seems like it's a little bit too compressed. The first thing I noticed was the eye, nose, and mouth holes were a little bit squished. So for instance, half of my lip is cut off. The second thing I noticed was you don't get full coverage at the top or at the bottom. Reviewing masks in the past, typically you get one or the other. I'm yet to review one that covers all aspects really well, but this one was it was just a little bit small. I do wonder if these masks are more designed for petite Asian women, perhaps, with small features and a smaller face. Anyway, let's break down the zone coverage. So it was okay on the forehead. It could have just gone a little bit higher. The temples, it had part of the temple coverage, but again, it needed to go further around. It actually had really good coverage on the crow's feet area. This is something that's been lacking in the masks I have reviewed so far. It has good under eye, good nose bridge, and good nose coverage, though it could do with a few more LEDs on the side of the nose instead of just in the center. Cheek coverage, like most masks, are really well covered here. But when we look at the bottom of the face, there's not much going on. I actually get a bit of coverage on the lip just because of how it's all sitting. And there's a little bit of coverage on the top of the chin, but lower chin and jawline is non-existent. So for coverage, it's getting a score of 8.5 out of 15, meaning the round 3 coverage quality score is 12.5 out of 25. Again, another weak score, but let's move into price and peace of mind. All right, now as for price, I've used the discounted price because Mito Red Light have given me a discount link to share with you guys. If you click the link and place an order, you will save 5%. And I also want to look at the price, including taxes and shipping. And that price comes out to be about $330 US, earning it a score of 14 out of 20 for price. On the peace of mind front, it scores 3 out of 5 points. You get a 60-day full refund returns policy, which is really, really good. And there's even an optional VIP upgrade that costs about $10, whereby the return postage is covered. These two things combined make this mask a really good option for someone brand new to red light therapy, especially with the masks, and they're really apprehensive about whether it's going to work, whether they'll use it. 60 days full refund and postage covered as well. The warranty is only 1 year, which seems to be the norm for red light therapy masks. And it's nice to know you're buying from a company that has been in the red light therapy space for nearly a decade. In fact, I've reviewed a lot of their products. I've met the founder. I've even toured their warehouse. So You can check out those videos later if you want to know more about Mito Red Light. So after 4 rounds of testing, the Mito Red Light MitoClear scores 63 out of 100. It does really well in the fit and ease in use, price, and peace of mind categories, but drops off in the coverage and therapeutic power rounds. Is it going to work? Well, it is using clinically validated 660 nanometer red light, and the amber light is also beneficial as well. Likewise with the blue for acne and eczema, and the power output is more than adequate. Remember, you can always stop the session before the 10 minutes is up to get it in that sweet spot dosing range. So yes, it is going to work. However, as we'll cover soon, I think it could work better. The other thing is you're getting good coverage in most of the key areas. For those wanting good coverage in their cheeks and the side of their eyes, then the MitoClear is going to do a great job here. Operation is simple, it's travel friendly, and I think one of the best things going for it is the fact that you're buying from a very established company, and that 60-day full refund trial period is very attractive. What I don't like, well, the big thing is it's lacking that near infrared. It's very frustrating, to be honest. I remember when I sat down and built this scoring system, it took me a long time, by the way, I nearly left out points for having red and near infrared because I just figured all masks are going to have it. Why would you not? I know some people wanted the option to disable near infrared because they're worried about potential hyperpigmentation, and I've covered this in some other videos, links are all down below. But all the research does show that near infrared and red light are extremely beneficial for skin health. So the fact that it's not in this mask, yeah, it's a big blow. Of course, it's not a perfect mask in terms of dosing. Maybe 8 minutes would have been a better preset timer, though the manual does state you can start off with shorter time periods and more is not always better. Finally, the strap and the fit aren't great. I really hope Mito Red Light come out with a second gen product because some of these fixes will be very easy to do and it will get a much higher score. Now, how does it compare to other masks on the market? Well, if you're looking for a cheaper option, definitely check out the Kala mask. It's a similar sort of design. However, it's actually a bigger mask. I didn't have the same compression issues that I had with it. It is slightly cheaper than the MitoClear mask, and it also comes with near infrared light LEDs. It's not perfect though. In fact, it actually got exactly the same score as this MitoClear mask. But still, check out the review, and I think it's worthy of consideration. Of course, if you want to spend more money, you could check out the Omnilux Contour Face Mask. That has a 2-year warranty. It's better design and better comfort as well. Another option is the Therapeutic mask. We're starting to go pretty high up price range here, but hey, definitely shop around and check out all of my reviews and watch my Showdown mask comparison video where I compare 20 of the world's leading masks. Actually, some of them aren't world leading. Some of them are pretty rubbish, to be honest. But I compare a lot of masks, so give that a watch.